I'm gonna sound so fucking white right now. I think I might have depression. And I know, like, 99% of the fucking population of millennials has depression for multiple reasons. But I think mine might be, like, maybe hereditative, or it might just be because of what I've been through, which what I've been through has not been a lot. Okay, it's been a lot compared to normal people's. And we're not going into this. But we have to. Okay. I think I might have depression, which is not unusual considering like literally half the fucking population has depression because of like, you know, millennials and like us being sheltered and not prepared to deal with our fucking emotions and shit and like depression. But I think my depression is more than just being sheltered and not knowing how to handle my emotions. I think it's a lot. I think it might be like genetic maybe too, because my mom has depression and like I don't know, is depression genetic? Like, or is it just because like of what I've been through, which I hate saying what I've been through and putting myself as a fucking victim, but I guess I have to, because where else am I gonna say I got the depression from? My anus? Like, fuck. But like I think I might have depression because like I have a few YouTubers that I watch, and a lot of the stuff that they talk about when they get in like sad moods or whatever, they call it depression, and it's so similar to me that I'm always like, no, you don't have depression, you're just similar, like you're tricking your mind to thinking you're similar to them, like what the fuck ever, like whatever. But then I was like, there's too many coincidences, man, like just the not being able to move, the like fighting your own mind, like the loneliness, the not wanting to talk to anyone because you feel guilty about talking to someone, the like eating your feelings, the afraid to like go into social interactions, like just all of it, just like it, they call it like depression, and like it's just like me, and I'm just like, oh fuck, do I have depression? And like my mom has depression for multiple reasons, like fuck, she lived in foster care, like her parents were insane, like her entire fucking family is like insane and druggies and like fuck. But she has depression, and when she gets in her little depression moods, like it's similar to mine. And like I don't know what to do. Like, therapy, guys, like what do we do here? Like and like I couldn't even talk about it. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm feeling bad, like guys, like just move on, like it's fine, like. But it's more than that, because it's gotten to the point where it's getting in between my schoolwork and like my friendships, and like just like it's not okay. Like I'm just like it's really not, and me ignoring it is not helping, because it just sits there more until it makes itself present, as it's been doing multiple times over the past couple of weeks. Like it's just been like, hi, I'm gonna pop my little head, and like we're just gonna be present here, and I'm just gonna like, I'm kind of like, fuck you, like go back down where you're supposed to be hidden, and like it's just like, no, I'm just gonna stand here, and I'm just like, fuck. Well, I have to deal with this now. And then, like, it came, like, the realization and the presence of this so-called depression has come at the worst possible fucking time, because my depression is bad because, like, I can't do anything. Like, I get in the mindset where I'm just like, I can't. Like, I can't move. I don't want to do anything. Like, it's not that I don't want to. It's, I physically can't. My mind just fights against me so much. And, like, every single thought, like, I just end up hating myself to the point where I'm just like, well, might as well die. Like, it's, like, I just, when I get, like, in that mindset, like, I just hate every single part of myself. Every single part. And like it's bad. And it's been like slowly creeping up on me because the more I ignore it, the bigger it grows. And like it's been getting to the point where I can't ignore it anymore. And I'm just kind of like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like, advice? Like, please? Like, oh my god. Like, boy, it's not okay. Like, I'm not okay. Like, I don't know how I like ended up switching the mindset, but like, thank God. I think it's mainly because of my best friend, because like she just kind of was like, I don't know, she ended up like helping me with like my homework, and then all of a sudden like I just hit this like moment of realization. It was like, holy shit, man, like you need to get out of this, like whatever the fuck it is, like move out. And like so I'm starting to slowly get out of it, but like it's still present, and it's like really annoying because like I'm afraid it's gonna swallow me whole again, and I'm gonna be lost in the abyss of I hate myself, why not just go away and like make the world better without your dumbass, like just you fucking you're stupid, like nothing matters, like you're just totally insane, like why the fuck are you even here, like you serve no purpose, like all of these thoughts. Those are just some examples, like it gets worse from there, boo-boo. But like, just dark cloud. I sound so fucking cheesy right now, but like, it's just always looming. God, it's getting cheesier. Okay, but like, it's always there, and I was kind of like ignored it. I was like, yeah, look at this bright sunny emotion. Like glare over the cloud like we're fine, and then slowly the cloud is getting bigger than the glare from the sun, and like it's just getting hard to ignore. I'm like and like it got really bad last Tuesday, but then this week I almost had another freak out. I held it back though, and then I'm finally back, but like it's just like too much, like, and it's at the worst possible time. Like, I've had these kind of moods, but they usually happen on like summer break or like other long breaks where I just have a lot of time on my hands and a lot of time to just sit there and think. They don't normally happen when I'm busy doing stuff, because the way I distract myself is to do stuff. But like, I guess like just simmering in it over like breaks and then like ignoring it while I'm working or doing school is not exactly healthy. Oh no. And just like it's rearing its ugly fucking head, and it's like, shit, man, like I'm gonna get eaten. Like, and I can't afford to get eaten because like fucking like, man, like I can't afford to get eaten right now because like it's not summer. Like once it's summer, fine, swallow me whole, like I don't fucking give a shit. But like while I'm in school, while I'm struggling to do my homework, well, I can't even do my homework. Like, the idea of even approaching my backpack or even looking at my grades terrifies me. I'm frozen in fear and, like, anguish. And, wow, we're using really big dramatic words right now, but, like, 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 I can't, like, and, like, I'm just, like, being like, girl, like, pull yourself together. And I'm, like, trying. And it's working somewhat. If I was alone, like, I know for sure I would not be able to pull myself together. Thank God I have friends, because if it didn't, it would be so many times worse. But then at the same time, it feels so bad telling friends, because if you tell friends, you feel like you're burdening your friends. And you're just, like, ugh. An example of me and my self-esteem being so bad and, like, terrible was like literally like, and I still feel this way to some level, but like my two friends who are homeschooled, like they're my like two other best friends. Like I only have three best friends, like one of them's at school and then two of them are homeschooled. And just so we've been planning for a couple weeks now that I wanted to paint this. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. Huh. Okay, this giant slab of, whoa, don't break anything. Wow, this giant slab of wood. This is really uncomfortable. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, we're gonna put it down. You saw it, right? Like, you get it. Giant slab of wood. Right, okay. Holy shit. Wow, okay. Giant slab of wood. We've been planning for weeks to paint it rainbow because I am part gay, so why not? Also, decoration and cuteness, and like, we might not even paint the whole thing rainbow. Like, we might just like go like fuck it and like do whatever the fuck we want with it, which is gonna be super fun. And like, I'm really excited. And I told them about it like a couple weeks ago that I wanted to do this, and I guess they thought that I wanted it at my house. Holy shit! I'm out of breath from holding up a piece of wood. That's just sad. Okay. Anyways, I've been planning this for a couple weeks now, and I guess they got the assumption that like because I wanted to do that, it was gonna be at my house, which we know from experience. My grandma is not okay with anyone at the house, like at all. Like she's just not like she doesn't like people. Like she's just not like she literally cancels on her few friends that are alive right now, which is stupid to me because like. While they're alive, why not spend time with them? While you're alive, why not spend time with them? But of course not. She's kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel very well. I'm not gonna go. And like, are you kidding me? Like, staying alone does not help, Grandma. Like, fuck. I know from experience, okay? Anyways, so, more like isolating yourself does not help. Which is exactly what my mom did. So, like, yeah, I know from fucking experience, okay, bitch? But she didn't like anyone at the house. Like, literally, like, I had my super buddy come over, like, I think it was last week, and we went exercising, and then, he was staying at the house waiting for my mom a little bit, and he was maybe there, like, a couple hours, and of course, me being me, I got super excited and was, like, a little bit overexcited, and I was like, oh my god, you can stay for dinner or whatever, and I like forgot that my grandma was probably gonna be like a little bit upset about that, and then I was like completely forgetting that my grandma's not okay with people staying over, like at all. But what I wasn't prepared was for her to legitimately lose her shit and start she pulled me out of my room because we were in my room just talking and like waiting for his mom to pick him up. And I said, if his mom doesn't pick him up in time for dinner, then he could have dinner at my house. And he was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. But me being stupid, overexcited me, did not think it through, and like, just like, did not think to ask my grandma, and she freaked the fuck out. And like started screaming at me. She literally like pulled me out of the room and just like, what's wrong with your stupid friend? And I got immediately defensive, and I was like, okay, you talk shit to me all the fucking time, but do not talk shit about my friend because my friend is my friend. Like, do not talk shit about my friend because I will murder you, okay? Skin you alive, bitch. Like, not okay. And she was just like, what's wrong with your stupid friend? He's not leaving. And I was like, he's waiting for his mom. And she's like, oh, well, his mom better get here soon. And she was just like, what's wrong with you, you stupid, inconsiderate little girl? And I was just like, oh, thanks, Grandma. Like, love you too. Like, but don't talk about my friend like that, okay? Like, okay? And I'm sorry, but he's gonna leave in a couple minutes, okay? Calm your shit. And she was just kind of like, don't talk to me like that, bitch. And I was like, well, excuse me, when you talk to me like that, I have the right to talk to you the same fucking way. And, so she ended up just storming off and was like, and I felt really bad and kind of slightly embarrassed because it was the first time that anyone had yelled at me like that in front of a friend. And like, I went back to my room and I was like, hey guy, like, I'm sorry. And he looked really sad and he looked like he was about to cry because like, he's kind of an asshole most days, but he's actually really sensitive. And like, I was like, fuck her, like, she's like, just don't mind her, like, she says that shit to me all the time, like, don't listen to her, she's fine. And he was just like, you want me to wait outside? And I was like, on the stairs? And he was like, yeah. And I'm just like, no, like, what the fuck do you know? And he was like, okay. And then I was like, damn it, Grandma, really? And like, it just really bugged me. But anyways, point is, Grandma doesn't like anyone at the fucking house at all. Like, it's just her thing, like, she just agoraphobic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, that's kind of how she is. And so, like, I was just saying that, like, we could, like, go to one of their houses, but I guess they think that since it was my day to paint my thing, like, they thought that, like, I wanted to come to my house, and then I explained that to them, and they were all like, oh, and then I was like, oh, shit, it meant that I was, like, inviting myself over to their house, and I was like, oh, fuck, and then I was like, oh, shit, and then I was like, oh, wow, I'm so fucking selfish, and, like, just, I started beating myself up over it, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm an idiot. Like, why did I do this to myself? Like, why? Like, they're gonna reject me because they don't have, like, time, and, like, I'm being a selfish bitch. Like, why the fuck would I invite myself to someone else's house? Like, what's wrong with me? And all of this shit. And, like, just bad. And then they apologized and we were like, oh, we were confused too. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they were like, yeah, it's okay though. And then, like, we ended up working it out. But I still feel really bad because, like, I just shows how much of a selfish asshole I am. And, like, just, like, inviting myself into their lives. Like, yeah, okay. You don't deserve to be in their lives because you're just an asshole. Like, what the fuck? Okay, we're going into negative territory shit. Backtracking. Because if I continue to go to the negative track, I'm gonna, like, not be able to do my homework. And, like, not be able to, like, do anything. And just sit there. And, like... Okay, rainbows, unicorns, butterflies. Okay. I don't even like butterflies. Ugh. No. I actually do really like butterflies, though. Shit, man. Like... Okay, well... I might just, like, call a friend to help me when I'm doing my homework, because, like, I don't know if I can do my homework alone, because, like, it's just it's all just the negative thoughts. I feel bad, and one of the biggest ones is that I'm stupid, and, like, I can't do anything. And here we go with the crying again. How many times am I gonna have to cry? I'm not even crying yet. Why am I sniffling? Jesus. Okay. But, like, one of my biggest insecurities is that I'm stupid and, like, I can't do anything, and, like, your grades reflect that, and, like, anytime I look at my grades, I freak out because, like, they're never good enough, and, like, I just freak out over them, and, like, it just makes it worse because then I'm just like, well, if you can't do anything, you might as well not even try, right? And it just makes the grades worse, and then my thoughts about myself worse, and then the depression worse. I don't even know if it's depression, but it feels like depression, or it feels like what people talk about depression as, and, like, should I get a diagnosis? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I'm just tired. I'm tired of being me. Tired of my thoughts. You can't really escape them, can you? It's great. It's great. I'm feeling fantastic. Yeah, okay, well, what I noticed was with my friend that, like, I actually get the math. Like, I get it. I'm just too terrified to do it because I think I don't get it. But I do. Like, I understand it. Like, I understand it, like, as well as the next person. I'm just afraid to, like, approach it. Like, it's just... I don't know how to explain it. It's just, like, the minute I think about doing homework, my mind immediately rebels, and I'm just like, I can't do it. And, like, it's just really sucky. But I brought my backpack into my room, which is a start. Getting the binder and, like, getting the pages out and, like, a pencil and, like, working on my homework. I might need music. I might need moral support from a friend. I don't fucking know, but, like, I need something to help me because obviously I can't do it alone. I'm trying. I'm working towards that, but, like, it's great. Okay. Well, now that we've ended with that lovely topic, like, oh my god, what a great topic, depression. Wow, Angela, could you keep a cheerful attitude, like, for once in your fucking life? The funny part is, a lot of people say I'm always smiling and I'm always happy, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with your mind? Like, I'm never happy. Like, why? Like, how do you think that? Like, I don't understand people because, like, in my mind, like, I give off this, like, impassive, like, fuck off persona most of the time when I'm being defensive, and then other times I'm just kind of like, I don't know, like, how I am, and then, like, other times I'm, like, overexcited and weird, and then other times I'm like how I am now, very realistic, very pessimistic, very depressed. I don't know where they get the happy always from, because like I'm almost never like truly happy, so like I don't know where they get that from. Like she's like I don't understand people. Okay, that's a given. And also I really want to take multimedia, but I have journalism, but I want multimedia. And I can't switch because it's too late in the semester, so I can't switch for next year. Which is kind of a stupid fucking rule. Like, who the fuck made that rule? Like, shit, man. Like, I honestly, like, journalism / my teacher in journalism has helped me a lot discover what I want in life, discover, like, exactly, like, what my passions are, but, like, and my individuality, but, like, I'm, like, that's just one step of my life. Like, I don't want to be stuck in journalism, like, all of high school. Like, I want to move on, and, but I've been with my teacher for so long, and, like, I feel like he's expecting me to be with his class the entire year, like, my entire high school career, and I don't want to, though. And, like, I want multimedia. Like, multimedia seems fucking awesome. But, like, I'm just gonna talk to my teacher and then ask him, like, I'm just gonna tell him and say, I'm sorry, but, like, this is not for me. Like, this isn't my life. This is just a part of it. And he's really laid back. He's a really cool, chill people person. But the, like, thing I'm most afraid of is disappointing him. I know he'll understand, but, like, I don't know. And then after that, hopefully I can, like, fuck with the system, find a loophole, and then apply for multimedia, because, like, I honestly don't want to stay in journalism. Like, I love journalism. Like, or I loved journalism. Like, journalism is fun, but, like, it's just a part of me. It's not the entirety of me, and I don't want to be stuck in there. I don't want to be held down by the fucking journalism, because, like, it was fun for a while, but then, like, now it's kind of like it's a routine and it's boring, and, like, I don't want to stay there. Like, I just don't. Like, it's like I grew as a person and I learned from it, and, like, it was amazing, but, like, it's not for me forever. Like, I'm I'm not the person to just sit down and type away at everything. Like, I just don't want to stay there. So I think we're gonna move to multimedia, because multimedia is very similar to Titan TV, which I had before, and I loved Titan TV. The main reason why I switched from Titan TV is it's kind of like a dying thing. Like, people weren't giving much effort into it, and, like, kind of half-assing it, and when the entire class is half-assing it, aside from, like, 2 or 3 people, like, it just makes the entire class worthless. Like, because Titan TV is a team effort. If there's only 3 people in that team moving, then it's like the entire team isn't moving at all. So, like, what's the point of being in a class like that? So that's why I stopped, even though I really loved that class. Like, I loved going out and filming people, I loved interacting with people, I loved editing. Like, editing was one of my favorite things to do ever. But, like, I just ended up, like, every single one of my partners in that class, like, I ended up picking up their slack. And they didn't even apologize for it. They just came up with, like, dumbass excuses for it. And then, like, the graphics were always the same. Like, just no creativity was put into it. Like, everyone was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna half-ass it. I'm gonna half do it. Half do it, like, when it's cinematography, is, like, painfully obvious. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, ugh. I was just fed up. I was like, I'm not gonna be part of a, like, molasses moving group. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do I look like a slug to you? No. Okay? Like, I'm just gonna sit there while you guys hold me down. Like, just no. Like, I'm not letting you hold me fucking down. So, like, I got out of that class and I started journalism. But, again, journalism was really fun. I didn't really understand the graphics. I wasn't really passionate about the graphics. Like, they just, like, still graphics are kind of boring, to be honest. And then, like, they're so complex that, like, it's just, like, what's the point? And then the writing aspect was fun. But, again, like, there's only so much writing. And then I always kind of felt like a fucking, like, battlefield, almost. Because, like, there's the people who were, like, the leaders of, like, the whole gang who, like, knew everything, supposedly, and they would, like, you would go to them for help, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, and then they help you, like, barely, and then they'd be like, okay, go back, and then, like, I just hated, because, like, any input you had, they kind of just stared at you judgmentally, or, like, anytime you asked for help, they kind of were just like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna help you half-assedly, and then go back to talking to my friends. Or, like, doing the important shit. Like, we're not kids, okay? Do not treat us like kids, okay? Teach us the actual shit so that when you guys graduate, we can pick up your fucking slack. Like, it's just so fucking annoying how they treated it like a fucking baseball field. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this isn't sports. This is a team fucking effort. Which apparently people don't understand. Like... I get it, alone time, solo. But, like, team effort means working as a fucking team and getting your teammates back. Wait, hold on. But, like, it just pisses me off how they're just like, oh, we're better than you because we know more, okay? You know how you know more? You learned from people from the higher-ups. So, like, you have due diligence to do the same to us. But of course not. No, of course not. Like, just fuck them. Like, they're just so fucking annoying. Like, oh, yeah, we're just gonna join our little clique. Like, this is not the jungle, okay? We're not animals. And this is not a competitive sports team, okay? This is a team effort to put out the best product there can possibly be for people to have. Like, are you it's just... And then also, like, I'm not passionate about still work graphics, like, on a page. Like, it's just not what I'm truly passionate about. And, like, writing, it's fun, but it's not, like, I'm just learning that, like, writing it's a big part of me, and it's what I'm really good at, but, like, it's not all of me, and it's not all I want to be. So, journalism kind of hold me back, so I kind of want to move on to multimedia, but, like, I'm gonna talk about it, so, like, I don't know, but, like, yeah, so, I need to find a loophole in the school's fucking fucked up system, and get to multimedia, and then quit journalism, respectively, talk to my teacher and be like, I love you, I love this class, I loved this class, but it's not for me anymore. Like, I'm moving on, like, I'm not staying here. Like, I'm sorry. Also, I was gonna be, like, one of the leaders or whatever, since I know so much. But, like, honestly, like, I'm not the leading type. Like, I just don't think I am. And honestly, people don't think I am either, because I'm kind of quiet. Like, my voice is just naturally quiet. And I have to fight to speak up, which is a really hard struggle. Like, I'm a good supporter, and I, like, can help people move, but I am not the head that moves by itself. Like, I just am not. And, like, he wants me to be that. He wants me to teach people. He wants me to, like, help others, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not good at that. And so that's part of the reason why I don't want to go to journalism either. Yeah. Also, because I look so small and I'm short, like, and I have a chubby face, so I look younger than I actually am. I have to fight for my age too, because people will be like, "Oh yeah, Like, everything I say is controversial to people. They're just like, oh yeah, you're a quarter Japanese, like, I don't believe you. And then like, oh yeah, you're 5'3", oh I think you're 5'1", and I'm just like, fuck you. Like, oh, you're 17, no, I think you're 12. And I'm just like, who are you to tell me who the fuck I am, first of all? Second of all, I'm not gonna teach your dumbass if you don't even know who I fucking am, okay? So, like, no. Like, I just am way too, like, I'm kind of aggressive a little bit. And, like, not a good leader. Like, I'm very protective of people that I'm close to, but, like, it gets hard. It's hard for me to get close to someone. And, like, just supporting and, like, teaching an entire group of people, just, like, not my thing. Plus, we've already talked about it. I'm a narcissistic piece of shit. So, like, how's a narcissistic piece of shit gonna help other people? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, no. Also, for some reason, since I'm quiet a lot of the time and pay attention in this class, he thinks I'm, like a good, like, quiet, nice person. And I'm just like, you have no idea, buddy. Like, you have no fucking clue. Like, Jesus. Like, yeah, no. I do love him, though. He's a great teacher. He's pretty awesome. Just journalism is not for me. I'm moving on from it. But the point is I have to tell him that. And then I also have to go to multimedia, because, like, multimedia is, like, where it's at. Like, it's where I want to go. It's where I want to move on to. And then senior year, I'm going to try and build my confidence with speech and debate and, like, some other classes. Maybe student gov. Highly doubtful I'm going to do student gov, but, like, maybe. Highly doubtful, though. Yay, this is why you don't play the random shit, Angela. God. Okay. Bye. Whoa. Okay, bye.